Hey guys, it's Dave Smith, Correctional Officer Lifestyle. The last video I did was a break from the norm, and I talked about actually at work stuff. I talked about stuff that actually happens at work. This is going to be another one of those videos. There are a lot of people that believe, coming in the door, that they're going to make a difference. They're just, it's immediate. Boom, I'm going to make a difference. I am going to be the savior of whatever, They're constantly wanting to be in charge of a dormitory. They're wanting positions of authority, and they don't seem to realize that there isn't a position at the prison that is not a position of authority, for those of us that work there anyway. So what I'm trying to get at is everybody that comes in the door of that prison is an authority figure. You might not run the dorm, you might not be the sergeant of the dorm. If I have a sergeant vacancy, you might not be the lead officer. It doesn't mean I think any less of you. It just means that you may not have the experience that I need in place running the dorm. Every single person out there has to find something that they do well as a CO. Now myself, I spent 13 years as a CO. It took me 17 interviews to make sergeant. I don't think I'm a very unintelligent person. I think I'm rather intelligent. But when I was a young CO, I was as stubborn as a government mule. I really had a hard time. I struggled to get along with people. There are days when I would come to work and just feel like $1 million and do the best job. Anybody out there just really excel at what I did. And there were days when I'd come to work with a rotten attitude, didn't like where I was working, didn't like who I was working with, didn't like what was going on at home, just wasn't in it, definitely wasn't in it to win it, and did just enough to get by if I did that. I was not the same person each and every day I come to work. I wore my feelings on my sleeve, let everybody know I wore my feelings on my sleeve, and just didn't really have a habit of getting along with everybody all the time. I was shy, I was introverted, didn't really talk to anybody, didn't go to any extracurricular functions. That just wasn't me, okay? There are days when I'd come to work and just would have rather stayed home, Those are the days that I think back and attribute as this is why I didn't get sergeant 16 times. This is why I didn't make sergeant 16 times, because they didn't know which Officer Smith was coming through the door on that particular shift, okay? So this is not something I'm unfamiliar with. This wasn't too god-awful long ago. It was only 12 years ago that I was a CO. So it really wasn't that long ago in the great scheme of things and in the length of my career. It really wasn't that long ago that I was a CO. So you have to go put your time in the dormitories, put your time in the confinement unit, put your time in the towers, on the perimeter posts, put your time in these, what you may see as menial tasks. But what the leadership of the institution, myself included, in whatever institution or department you work for, see as absolute crucial posts. A dormitory without an officer is an appetite for disaster. A dormitory with an officer that is mentally absent from his post, recipe for disaster. Whatever post you're given, whatever post you work, own it. It's yours. It's your post. It might not have your name on it, but for the 8, 10 to 12 hours that you work in there, sometimes up to 16, that's your post. It's yours. Own it. Take ownership of it. Take ownership of everything that's in it. Take accountability for all the keys, equipment, tools, inmates that are assigned to that dormitory. That's your dorm. Make it your dorm. Okay? If you're on internal security, it's your compound. Make it your compound. If you're in a tower, make it yours. You are the defense. You are the public's defense. You are the one that is going to stop an inmate from escaping the secure facility. Any perimeter post at any institution in the United States of America, perimeter officers are the most sought after by the supervisors. They're the ones that put people there that they trust. They put people in those positions that they believe can do the job. And as a supervisor, if you don't put somebody there that you believe can do the job, you're not doing your staff any justice. You're not doing your institution any justice. Okay? Back to the CO. Own your position. Lead at your level. You are an authority figure. Every inmate in your location looks to you to lead them, to guide them. Okay? They might treat you like you're the enemy. You might view them as the enemy. They look to you to guide them. They look to you to lead them. And for every one inmate that you have that just absolutely rubs your last nerve wrong, gets on your nerve, treats you like an enemy, and you just want to be rid of that inmate, there's another one that appreciates you being there, because you're not the only one that first inmate treats like that. Keep that in mind, folks. You are an authority figure every day you walk through the gate. CO1, Correctional Officer, entry-level position. You have authority. Don't flaunt it. Don't waste it. You have it. You have it. It's yours. Own it. Help those that you can help. Always. If it's within the scope of your duties, help those that you can help. That's all for this video, folks. I will post more later. This is David Smith, Correctional Officer Lifestyle, and I will see you in the next video.